Hello everyone, it's Kari, and today I have this most adorable craft die called Miss Winne, and I wanted to turn her into a little Christmas girl. So we are making a holiday card using dies only and one Copic multiliner. So I've already cut out all of the pieces of this die, and I cut the major pieces out here with cream colored cardstock instead of white. You can see it's a kind of an off-white there. And I have all these finger daubers here. I'm going to take one of them and ink on some distress ink. This color here is tea dye, so it's a rather light color here, kind of a tan color. And you can continue to build this color up more and more until you get the desired color that you're looking for. Look at this candy cane dress. I cut the little dress out of a candy striped paper, and I'm just testing to see the color of the arms and the legs here. And I'm going to continue to just add color on until she is just the right amount of tan. Wintertime, most of us aren't very tan, I guess, and so I'm not making her very dark. But there you go. I just wanted to take a look and see what she would look like there with the hair and her little dress, and I really like that right there. So now I'm going to add a little color to her cheeks. To do this, I'm going to take one of these small makeup brushes here, and I'm just going to dab it off onto this paper so that I don't get too much. But this color here was a little too dark, so I switched it out for some spun sugar, and this is a much lighter pink. And you can see that it goes on very light, but I'm going to just keep building it up slowly until she has just the right amount of blush to her cheeks here. This is very simple to do when you have a small brush like this. If you don't have these makeup brushes, you could use a Q-tip. You could also use a finger dauber, but it would be a little bit larger. Now I have drawn on her eyebrows and her nose and her little mouth with that Copic multiliner. And don't worry, because those actually are impressed into the die when you die cut it out. So you know exactly where to draw those on. And now I'm just going to add her little eyes here. I die cut those with black, and I'll just add it on using this pickup stick here and some Nuvo liquid adhesive. I like to use this craft pick to make sure that I get it just in the right spot. And she is starting to come together. So I'm going to glue on her dress now, and now I'm going to give her some of the most beautiful ruby red glittery Christmas shoes. I die cut this out of a glitter paper with some adhesive on the back, but I wanted to make sure that these little pieces did not fall off, so I'm also using a little bit of liquid adhesive, and that will ensure that she stays well put together. I'm going to add the top portion of the shoes, which are some little bows. So you tie these shoes on, and they are like some of my most dreamy Christmas shoes ever. In fact, I just adore this whole outfit that I'm creating for this girl. I don't know how silly I would look in a candy cane dress now, but I don't know, maybe one day it'll be appropriate. So I'll just add the other little bow here on her shoe. Isn't that cute? So she's starting to come together. I think it's time to get started on coloring her hair. She's going to be a little blonde girl here, so I'm going to start with some mustard seed and just ink that on in the same fashion using those finger daubers. I go around the edges first, and then I just continue to build up the color so that there are some darker spots and some lighter spots, and I will do that on her little front bangs here as well, the little wispy pieces that go in the front. And to add some darker color, I'm also going to pull in some Wild Honey Distress Ink. So in the video, it's hard to tell, but some of these pieces are a little darker, so we get some variation. She has these little buns on the sides of her head, which are just so cute. And they also reminded me a little bit of maybe like a Disneyland hat. So I'm thinking of creating a Disney girl too. Wouldn't that be adorable? All right, so look at how cute her hair is coming together here. I'm just going to test it out, see how it looks together, add a little bit more darkness in spots, and now we'll go ahead and attach this to the rest of her body. I use liquid adhesive pretty much this entire time. This is my favorite liquid adhesive right now, which is the Nuvo liquid adhesive. For her little bandana, I am going to add some polka dots using this white gel pen. But later on, I actually end up using some Nuvo drops because I wanted a little more texture. So I'll just finish adding on these polka dots here, and look at how cute. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the top of the head here, and then I will position that so you can see her little ears sticking out just a little bit. And then there's the front portion. Now I'll add her little bandana. On the bandana, I decided to go ahead and add this little bow. In the picture on the die, the bow is used on the front of her dress, but I thought it would look so cute as a part of the bandana for a Christmassy look. This is what's normally put on the bandana, the little tie here, and I thought they kind of look like they could be holly leaves. So I took the little bow off, added the leaves, and put the bow right back on, and now I'm going to use a stylus to add some of the veining to those leaves. So you can see I'm just drawing a little line down the center and some lines on the sides to create the leaf veins. And now I'll just go over that with the Copic Multiliner to make it look like she has some little holly leaves in her bandana. She is a very Christmassy girl. She really likes the holidays. So there you go. Look at how cute she's coming together here. Just so cute. So now we'll turn her into a card. I have her purse cut out in black, and I'm going to dress that up with a little bit of Nuvo drops a little bit later. But for now, I'm just going to see how she comes together on a card. I have this Merry Christmas line die, but it was taking up a lot of the cards, so I'm going to just think about what I want to do there while I ink up the sides of this paper. I have some Catherine Puller ink here and a makeup brush, and I'm going to just ink around the edges with this Aquatini ink. It really goes on so very smooth when you use it with makeup brushes, so I really like this look. I'm leaving some white space in the center so it kind of looks like she has a glow around her. And to add some more texture to this card, I'm going to use this embossing folder. This is by Tim Holtz, and looks like a little candy cane stripe. So I will go ahead and take this to my die cutting machine and just emboss that. And now we've got a little candy cane stripe to our card, and it still wasn't fitting exactly as I wanted it to. So I decided to change my mind. It wouldn't fit the vertical way with this sentiment. So I'm changing my mind. I'm going to use this Happy Holidays line die. This is from Fawn, and I've been getting a lot of use out of it this holiday season. If you've been watching my channel, you've probably seen this on a few cards already. I cut out this really cute border with some Fawn glitter paper, and I'm going to attach that around the whole entire card and then add the Happy Holidays. The border came in a little further than I was expecting, so I'm going to add a little more of the ink so that it comes in a little more to the center. And let's take a look at that. That's a little bit better. So the ink actually comes in a little further than before. I will go ahead and attach all of this using that liquid adhesive. This scallop border is really cute, and it adds a layer of interest to this card. So I'll glue around the edges and just add that on just so. I am leaving a little extra border at the bottom so that I can attach this Happy Holidays line die, and I'm just going to add some dots of adhesive to this. That's the beautiful thing, is you can add just the tiniest little dots of this adhesive, and it works great. So I'll attach that right over the green glitter paper so you have a little bit shining through. To attach the girl, I'm going to add her with some foam squares, and I have these foam squares from scrapbook.com. They ended up being just perfect, just the perfect amount. Here's those foam squares I was talking about. I'll just add a few of those to the girl, and I did cut one of these apart so that her little legs were supported. She has just really narrow little legs here, so I cut just a little bit and attached that so that she had some extra support there for her legs. We'll just add that to the card, and we're just about finished. For some finishing touches, I decided that it needed just a little bit extra shine, so I'm adding some glossy accents to her eyes, and then I'll add the Nuvo drops in white to those polka dots. I am creating the smallest little Nuvo dots here. That's what I love about these Nuvo drops. You can create as large or as small as you need to. So it took me a little practice, but here I've just added those polka dots. When this dries, it will add another layer of texture. For a layer of green on her dress, I'm adding some dark green Stickles, and that will pull in the color of her headband down to her dress as well. I'm just going to spread that out a little to the edges there. And now I'll add the little Nuvo dot to her purse. So she's got a little red berry. My mother always told me to dot my I's and cross my T's. So this one, I couldn't find the I to the holidays. So of course, I'm taking the easy way out. I have some black Nuvo drops, and I'll add that just as soon as I attach it to the front of the card here. I'll just take the liquid adhesive, put it all around the edges and a little in the center, and attach it to my top folding card. I think this is the cutest holiday card that anyone would just love to get. Probably a girl though, more so than a guy. Here's the Nuvo drops in the black for the eye. Such a simple way to add that if you ever lose a dot to your eye. So there you have it, our little Polka Doodles Christmas Girl holiday card. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell if you want to be notified when I have new videos up. I'll have quite a few more holiday videos before the end of the year, and I'll be back real soon with some more inspiration. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.